We identify with our ego personality and our external life. As long as we live on the surface of our being, we are caught up in the storyline we have built of our lives. We identify with our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and with our extended ego based in family, community, religious group, national identity, or even various sports teams or affinity groups with which we identify. We are so embedded in this viewpoint that we naturally extrapolate to place this ego personality at the center of whatever happens to us after we die. There are a number of different ideas about this issue. Some believe we eventually wind up in heaven with a resurrected body and joined together with our family, our loved ones, in a heavenly existence for eternity. For those who believe in rebirth, many believe that the personality we develop here will be reconstructed in the next life, that karmic relationships recreate themselves, and in some cases, negative relationships here may find a way to balance out in that future lifetime with some kind of karmic recompense. All of these approaches that put the ego personality at the center of an eternal existence do not hold up under any serious scrutiny. Sages, seers, thinkers have all pondered the mystery of birth, death, and rebirth at great length. While they have come up with different analyses, they basically share one element, namely, that the ego personality of the existing lifetime is itself not eternal nor immortal, and is a type of surface construct that dissolves as the elements that make up that construct are dissolved, starting with the dissolution of the body, then the life force or vital sheath, the mental sheath, etc. The sage of Arunachala, Ramana Maharshi, asked the simple question, "Who am I?" to highlight the process of distinguishing between the transitory surface nature and the true spiritual existence that is eternal, immortal, and which carries through across innumerable lifetimes in a vast array of bodies and forms, experiencing a wide range of development without reconstructing each time the same person or personality of the surface nature. When an individual has an out-of-body experience and understands the difference between the consciousness and the body, he can begin to appreciate that the true self is separate from the external being. Through the systematic practice of separation of the witness from the nature, the seeker can eventually step out of the framework of the ego personality and begin to observe it from another standpoint. It then becomes clear, through the experience, that the current existence, the formation that makes up our current lifetime, is similar to a suit of clothes that we put on, take off, and exchange. Sri Aurobindo notes, quote, "This conception of the person and personality, if accepted, must modify at the same time our current ideas about the immortality of the soul. For, normally, when we insist on the soul's undying existence, what is meant is the survival after death of a definite, unchanging personality, which was and will always remain the same throughout eternity. It is the very imperfect, superficial I of the moment, evidently regarded by nature as a temporary form and not worth preservation, for which we demand the stupendous right to survival and immortality. But the demand is extravagant and cannot be conceded. The I of the moment can only merit survival if it consents to change, to be no longer itself but something else, greater, better, more luminous in knowledge, more molded in the image of the eternal inner beauty, more and more progressive towards the divinity of the secret spirit. It is that secret spirit or divinity of self in us which is imperishable, because it is unborn and eternal. The psychic entity within its representative, the spiritual individual in us, is the person that we are. But the I of this moment, the I of this life, is only a formation, a temporary personality of this inner person. It is one step of the many steps of our evolutionary change, and it serves its true purpose only when we pass beyond it to a farther step, leading nearer to a higher degree of consciousness and being. It is the inner person that survives death, even as it pre-exists before birth, for this constant survival is a rendering of the eternity of our timeless spirit into the terms of time. End quote. Reference: Sri Aurobindo and the Mother, The Psychic Being, Soul, Its Nature, Mission, and Evolution, Section 4, The Afterlife and Rebirth, pages 132 to 133.